that junk behind me. Trying to hide a little bit of it. And it says we're live. Let me get to the other side so I can shut everything off. You know how I am.
Yeah, mute yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. That's hard to do sometimes, let me tell you. Good morning. KK, I'm in here and I'm just talking away saying good morning to you. Guess what? You can't hear me in chat. But anyway, good morning, everybody. There's three of us, so that's probably you, KK, and me.
Yeah. They'll come in. They'll warm up eventually.
Yeah, well, yeah, and they're not used to me being live anymore either. That makes it different.
Did you put a link up in Ruby's group?
No, I didn't. No, I
let's see if I can do that.
I made this for a friend. KK says me and hubby are playing Pew Pew in the living room. What is Pew Pew?
Her war game, I guess.
Oh, okay. I was wondering for a second she's talking about farting or something. You never know, KK. Hi, Tracy. Welcome, hon. Well, I'll go ahead and let Lynn post that and wait a couple of minutes. I'm sitting here rubbing my head. I'm getting hair back, guys. I'm getting some. I don't think I'm going to get it all back. But that's okay. I'm fine with that. I have enough confidence in myself that doesn't bother me. So, and I've started. I know I've not answered some of you on here, and I'm sorry. Things have been a little bit hectic. I started the new chemo. I started the new infusion. Yesterday was my second installation of infusion. I don't know how else to word that. And it seems to be going okay. Not yesterday, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. No, the day after Christmas, guys, as you can see.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. And I take it very well. It's not like I'm having a reaction in the center with that other stuff. My body takes this one really well. But boy, it kicks that chemo in. Let me tell you, the next day, yesterday, it's like I felt hungover all day long. I was dragging tail. Actually, I was dragging tail to the couch. Yeah, I was there most of the day, just on the couch, my couchy thing. So, hey, Sandra, how you doing, hon?
Hey, Sandra. Hello, Tracy.
Did you all have a good Christmas? I had a pretty good Christmas. I got to spend it with my mom, so to me, that was a great Christmas. But anyway, I tried to get this done before Christmas. I ain't as fast as I used to be, obviously. I can't see what you guys can see. Hold on. So I can see where we're at. But I didn't get it done, so I got it done on Christmas Day, as a matter of fact.
You're bad as me, Karen, doing crafts on Christmas.
I know. But I wanted to be able to get it done and get it to her. It's a Waterfall album. It's still, it gets complicated for me still, guys. That's all I can say. It's why I didn't want to go live doing it, because I didn't know what kind of mess I was going to make, if I'd even be able to finish it. It's just gonna, it's just gonna take a while for me to get back into the swing of things and figuring things out and thinking. As a matter of fact, KK, Lynn, Angela, and Ruby all helped me figure out my pages. And, it's a Waterfall album, but they helped me figure it out. for the size of the thing because it wasn't clicking in my head yet. So I appreciate that. But I
That's
use,
beautiful.
yeah, I love this paper. I used the Gilded. You remember this, guys? Gilded LIlly. I had 2 packs and then a big one. What? This is a couple years old. It's a couple years old. And so my friend though, like this furniture and stuff, she loves this furniture and stuff. It's her era. So I thought this is perfect for her. And you know me, I can't go random. I will have to try random someday, but so far I just can't. I've made these before. You know my pages always match up. So but yeah, I got it done. I'm proud of it. I cut some of my what's that called?
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
I can't think of the name of it.
appliques.
There you go.
Yeah, I cut some of my appliques. I thought it went really nice with this paper and stuff. I do. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I have some Winka Stella in parts of it.
Yeah,
I have,
I can see the shiny.
can you?
Yeah, I can see the shiny.
Yeah, I put Winka Stella on these parts here. Angela said, Kieran, that's got a lot of stuff. Go ahead and glam it up. And I thought, for that era, that's what they did. So I glammed it up.
Yeah, a lot of white and gold on the furniture and a lot of pinks and blues.
Yeah,
Sparklies.
I was gonna use my chain, but it just didn't seem to fit in with the paper for some reason. So I got quite a bit left. I think I'm gonna make some flowers and stuff out of it. They make pretty flowers. So, but anyway, there's, let me see, 8.
Oh, that troublemaker KK's here.
Oh, block that woman. Block her, block her.
I'm not a troublemaker.
Sneaking
Why
in.
can't go hurt my feelings like that? It's too early.
Oh, I'm sorry, KK. Welcome on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hello.
Hello. So there's 8 pages, so 16 times 2, and then they can there's enough to fit a space here and here too. So they can do that.
So that is 34.
Huh?
34 pages?
Yeah. Yeah, and if I would have made pockets out of them, guys, it would have took even, you've been able to fit more if I would have made pockets. But to tell you the truth, I didn't think I was up to trying to fit the mat to fit the pockets. So I just want simple. She'll never know the difference, but I know that she'll like it. I have pictures of her family that I'm going to put on a DVD because her siblings are sort of spread out and they don't get to see each other all the time. So I took last summer, I got a bunch of her and her siblings together. So I'm going to put them on a DVD and she can print out what she wants to put in her book. So, and
Sweet.
use the same thing as the inside as the out. And I use that for the back. I love this paper here. And this one here, that one there is one of my favorites too. But
That'd be a pretty wallpaper.
Yeah, yeah. And I love script, but I think a lot of people like script.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was Gilded Lilies. And I wanted to show you. You guys know, well, some of you, my people will know. I'm a big fan of if I've missed anybody that's come in or anything, hello. I'm a big fan of Tedder Florals, Tim Holtz guy. And it was actually one of the first guys I ever got, besides my card making ones, and I've still used them. um, but I've used this dye so much with both paper and cloth that I build it for cloth. It won't, see, it's, I got to go get a brush and take to it again. But it will rip the cloth, and I don't always want my flowers to be tattered when I'm doing cloth. So I've been looking. I'm not sure if this is in production anymore because I couldn't find it on their site, um, where they would sell it. So and I was having a hard time finding it around on eBay and everything. And now that I got me a second one, bought me a second one. This still works great on paper, so I'll use it for paper. This one I'm going to mark up for fabric because I love to do fabric flower. You can't. This one's a mess, so just ignore it. But you get an idea of what you can do with them, and you fold them and quarter them and lay them
So
down. I'll
cool.
show you sometime. But see, don't mind the colors. These are several years old, guys, and this is for a Thanksgiving fall thing project I never got to. But this is let me see. I can't see what you guys can see.
Diana says, "Good morning, Karen. Karen, wishing you a very happy healthy new year."
Oh, that's the Barb. Hi, the Barb. She's a sweetheart. I love her. This flower here, it comes from this one. And this is some of that paper that I like to make myself. This one here, this one, guys, I'm telling you, this dye is so stinking versatile. I love this dye.
Do we get a tutorial?
Yeah, I can do one. Yeah.
Okay, I would like a tutorial, please.
Okay. Okay, Miss English.
Okay. Would you like a, I'll tell you with that too.
Where is it now?
Teach KK everything.
Anyway, as you can see here, you can take this and you can get 4 or 5 different kinds of flowers out of this big one. Okay, they make pretty roses and everything. I use the EK Success Punch for my roses though. But you can make roses with this. And like, here's one flower, here's another flower. I have one where this is that's not made out of cardstock. What I get that from? Oh, that's regular two-fold paper. You can make this thing in the points and make a really funky flower. I don't know where my funky ones went to. This one here is made from that small one. It's just this is an EK punch. That's an EK. I just had to. I found it, guys. I found it. When I bought this one, it was like $30. Okay, and then it went to 15 these last couple of years, and then I found this one the other day for $8.80, and I jumped all over it. I jumped. I was like, I ain't waiting for someone else to snack that up. And then
Hi, Moppy.
Poppy here.
I'm sorry, squirrel. I have not seen her in like a long time. If it's the same Moppy that I think it is.
Yeah, that's our Moppy.
It is?
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
That's my mom. And then this, guys, is this. I'm telling you what, this surprised me. That they were so small. And these are kind of floral dyes. And I thought, wow, I wanted these so bad because they fit. See how it has these, and I love that one for my fabric. You know, and I thought I can layer them, you know. And then when it arrived, they're like this big. I was like, oh, okay. And they get smaller than that. They get, so anybody that's out to get the tattered floral, I mean, I'll use it. I mean, that don't bother me that they're that small, but some people might get a little upset not realizing that they are that tiny. I had no idea that they were that tiny. I guess I've not seen anybody use them. I don't think I have seen anybody use them. But I'm gonna come back in here before I lose them. So, and they have, but it has nice size leaves, so I'm real happy with that. You can't have too many different sizes, but I mean, look at these a little bit. So, and I have I'm gonna take $10 and I'm gonna splurge on the first, and I'm gonna hit charge for some stuff.
She said my chubby fingers won't be fumbling with those. LOL. Moppy said that.
Yeah, yeah, they're little, but I'm worried about losing them little ones, and you know how sometimes they like.
Oh, did you see they have? Did you see they have the quilling flower dies now? Where you just stick it on the quilling tool and you wrap it up. You roll it up like you would with quilling, but it turns into a flower.
Yeah, I got a couple of them.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't use them that much. I probably need to practice some more. I'm not too good with those. I know I got at least one. I think I have two though. Yeah,
I got one with
I've been collecting my dies since
Crafters Companion.
2012. So I've got some. I don't know what mine aren't crafters. They might be spellbinders. For a while there, oh, I can't get that in now. I'm gonna have to take that to the outside. Is that my phone or yours? Must be theirs. Sounds just like my phone.
I was gonna say, it must have been KK when she appeared.
Put these up. But anyway, let me get over here. Okay, KK put mine. Crafter's Companion box. What was that? Hey Terry, how you doing? I just wanted to show off my my album, so everybody sees I am crafting. But not much. I'm going to try and get into embellishments for a while, and eventually I will try and make I'll try and make my regular albums again, you know, with the spine and everything, but and then I'm gonna, you know, I was thinking this morning, I'm sitting out in my chair looking at my my really nice glass mat I got. And I was just looking at the measurements on it and stuff, and I thought, you know, to grow as crafters, we got to get out of our zone, you know, once in a while and try and make new things. But I really love the albums. I always have. I've always been an album girl. But it doesn't mean I have to make them continuously the same way. So I think one day next year in 2019, I'm going to try and get supplies one day and have them ready and try and follow Ruby and do something different. Just to do something new. Push myself. You know, you got to push yourself sometimes, and I need to push myself. So I think I'm going to do that because I like my albums. I'm not a journal girl. I never have been a journal girl. I've tried diary a couple times. I can't do diary. I think it's why I'm not into journaling that much.
I can't. I don't do diaries or journals either, but I like making them. I found they're very simple, and that other people want them, so I'll make them for other people.
Yeah,
Well, Karen, you could do a junk journal, and you don't have to journal in that junk journal. You can use pictures. You can use like movie stubs, places that you've been, and you could just call it a junk journal glue book.
no, not really. I mean, I literally have no drive to make a junk journal at all. Literally do not. But to each their own. Look at my little apple cake got smushed. Ooh. No. Ooh, that would have been pretty in the middle though. Oh well. Next time. I got another one. I do have another one of these to make with the ocean one. So they went on a cruise and it'd be perfect for them. Yeah, the Barb, I'm telling you there. Terry, why are you not crafting?
What's wrong?
You got to at least craft time. You got to do something. You know? Should gather your supplies up when Ruby's live because I don't go live like Ruby does.
I love you.
And just craft along. It'll be a couple hours, and if you get stuck or something, you can talk and chat with the other ladies and stuff and ask questions. Someone's always around to help answer if you get stuck on something. You get stuck all the time. Anymore, I'm stuck left and right. So, you know. Let me see. Moppy says not a journal or a planner girl either. And I wonder why my life is so I don't know what you're talking about there, Moppy. I'm the most organized person you know.
I love my junk journals.
Terry says, I know the holidays just wore me out, and then I have been just a bit depressed. I have a gorgeous room waiting for me. Well, see, there you go.
Well, where do you live at? I'll come visit you.
Huh?
I said, where's she live at? I'll go visit her. I'll help her use her room.
You better get up in that room before KK does. Yeah, get in your room when Ruby goes live and just start putting stuff together. I mean, you need inspiration. Just look up, you'll see her little hands flying all over the place. She's, you know, she doesn't sit too still unless she's grabbing for a cup of coffee.
And everything has been shoved in there. I know.
Oh, I know how that is. As I look around my room.
Maybe go look for one of the journals that are pre-printed or something and do that.
Okay, wait a minute. Now,
I was saying for Terry, maybe go find one of the pre-printed journals. That's what I have. It was a digital download. That's what I'm working on today. And it's just a pre-printed journal. You just put it together and embellish it. And that's all you have to do. You don't really have to think it out or plan it or anything. It just goes together, and you do the embellishment. And they go, for me, they go fast. I'll have this one done today as far as putting it together. Maybe not the embellishments, but putting it together. And then it gives you a sense you accomplished something. And then you can start on another project. It's like, there for a while, I had a bunch of unfinished projects just everywhere. I would start something, put it aside, start something. And what I did was I went through and I finally finished up almost all of them. And that's what I'm doing now, is the last few ones that I had printed out that I hadn't finished, and I'm finishing them. So I feel accomplished. So I can look at something new and start something new and try something new because the other stuff's finished and it's done. And it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
See, this is a junk journal, but this is like themed. This is my Stamperia's Pink Christmas.
Hold
It's
on.
got lace in it, trim. Are you clicking on me? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm clicked on you now.
You can see me, but this is a Pink Christmas junk journal. Stamperia paper. And you know, you could go shabby with it. And then like you would still use this like a photo album. You could put pictures here. And you know, junk journaling, you can write about that picture. There's like different tuck spots and stuff, pockets.
That's beautiful, KK.
Hold on, let me get in the frame. And then I took some Christmas stamps. And then this is what you could do with your Wink of Stella. And I just colored him in a little bit with red.
Okay.
Just to make that stand out a little bit more. And then I think I got snowflakes in here too. I'm almost positive I do, but you know. This is from Angela's Christmas line. Coffee stained papers. And then my favorite part of this journal, let me see what signature it's in. I don't remember which one it's in. Oh, it's this one. I actually sewed in all these pink papers right here, so you had like quite a bit of spots to journal in. And, you know, I used the snowflake stamp there. And different laces and trims you make pockets with. And then
Oh, I like that.
and then, you know, then I took a big doily, folded it, you know, 4 ways and became a pocket.
Yeah.
And the little journaling cards. So you can write on the back of them. This one I did a lot of sewing in it. I didn't use glue. And then just like a little piece of vellum that I coffee stained just for the noise. I like the noise the papers make.
Right.
And then you just take like your little scrap pieces of trim like this and make little tabs with them.
That's pretty, KK. It is.
Thank you. And then this is actually a card, a journaling card. Made out of all trim.
Made out of what?
I'll just put it there. It's all lace and trim.
Oh, okay.
See?
Oh.
And that's the card.
Yeah, that's slick.
And then I made, see this right here? This is one of my favorite pieces. I love this.
I like that.
That's on a paper doily.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. And then this right here, this is also like the pink paper, but I'm actually stitched this one piece of trim so that way when you go to write, that could be lifted up.
Right.
But then it covers it. So you could get really fancy with junk journals.
Yeah. I think I'd rather stick
That's
to
the
my
fine.
house.
That's fine. Oh, hold on. I got like a whole bunch of little danglies here. I'll put on here. This goes into a Christmas and into a house that I haven't finished.
Okay. Did you get your box done? Your house done?
Nope, I did not get it done. I'm procrastinating. You know me. All right, I'm clicked back on you, but that's
Her house might be
junk
ready for
journaling.
next Christmas, maybe.
Moppy says it's all beautiful. Okay. Um, so pretty. Okay, ladies. I appreciate that you come out and join me, and I'm sorry I don't have more for you. Um, I may just one day, not anytime soon, don't hold me to anything. Come on and we'll just sit and we'll craft. Just craft. But there's some stuff I gotta get. I want to try my hand at embellishments. Is it embellishments? Embellishments and stuff. So, and I definitely want to get back to making my flowers. I've got, I have plenty of friends that I can make flowers for. That's for sure. Um, and they can just lie and say, "Yeah, I used them." Yeah. Oh, Moppy,
I would just hold them and pet them.
would you put your album back up to the camera, please? Oh yeah. Let me get back to the camera so I can see where you're at. Okay. Can you guys see that pretty good?
That woman's just beautiful.
And Win Costello'd her too, or Win Costello'd it, not her. And then, one thing, I probably should have put a closure on these. I did my other ones, and I think my first one that I ever made like this, you have to go back. It's an older one. I did it a couple years ago. I can't think of what it is on here, but to be honest, guys, with the way my brain works nowadays, I was afraid if I tried that, I would really flub it up and then ruin the whole book. And I didn't want to ruin the whole book. It's why it doesn't have a closure on it either. Because I was gonna put this is what I was gonna put as a matter of fact. But I was just worried if I tried to do too much, I would mess it up. Because to be honest, my thinking got so confused doing this at first. I was going to go get me some undo because I thought I was putting these on wrong. I got to like the third one and I got so upset. I was like, I just ruined that. And then I went and watched one of my favorite people that does albums, and I realized no. Ginger, my sister Scrapper, she's the one that I learned how to do these albums from.
Terry asked, "What's the name of the paper again?" I know it's Graphic 45.
Gilded LIlly. It's a couple years old. If you found it, unless they put it out as a collection again, I don't know if they did. If you find it, you'll probably pay through the nose for it. I ain't paying through the nose for no paper. But I'll flip through it and show you guys. And this is a very thick basil. I thought my black basil was thick. This is thick. I don't know. Angela ordered this for me, I think 2 years ago, a year ago or something. And that basil's thick. I was surprised. So it matched, as you can tell, it matches the Gilded LIlly. So instead of using all that paper on the back, I just cardstocked it. And that's another way to save on paper too, especially if you can't afford to get 2 packs or something. Just use a matching cardstock on the back, guys. Look, my ink. I used what ink did I use? I used tea dyed ink on it all. And they match. So, and I was going to put a
Moppy said, she goes, "I'm making them up before and was heart sick. Now I do my waterfall separately and then add it to the album."
Yeah, I don't like to. You can put it on paper and make sure it's even, and that's a great way for anybody that's just starting out, to make sure you keep them even, cut a piece of cardstock the same size as your thing and lay them on there, and then just glue that into your book. That's an excellent way. I don't like to do it though. I'd rather just glue them into the book. Next time I'll put a I'll try and be a little braver and put a belly band on them. It took me so long just to get through all this that I was like, and it's supposed to be a Christmas present for someone. I was really afraid of just messing it up. So, but I'm going to try a couple different albums this year. So,
when you place your mat down in the back before you put your waterfall down, just put the ribbon on both ends underneath the mat paper and then tape it down. And then that way you already have your ribbon in there. So when you go to put your waterfall in, you could tie a bow now.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because all my other books have always had a closure on them. But I was just afraid to, my head still gets wrapped sometimes. Too much goes on. That's why when you guys were going live and stuff, I was leaving because I couldn't, even with you guys in the background, I couldn't stand in here and work because it was just too much for my head to absorb, if that makes any sense.
Oh, you couldn't focus. And no, I completely understand. It was hard for you to focus because you're trying to listen to what was going on in the background, but focus on what you're working on is hard.
Yeah. And I just don't have that talent yet. It's not come back. It will eventually, but not yet. So anyway, I kept these ladies long enough, and I hope my mind just went blank again. Anyway, thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. I really appreciate when you guys show up. And I know the ones that miss me when I'm live, you'll see me afterwards, because you always leave me some love in the back, and I appreciate that. And I do read it all. I may not get back to you guys, but I do read everything that you ever write me, and I appreciate all the support and love that you guys have been giving me for almost like the last year. And crafters, they can sure be catty and snotty and ignorant, but then they can be some of the best friends that you will ever have in your life. And they will rally around you and support you like no other. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that I have crafting sisters that are like that and that stand up for you and with you. And you're not alone, no matter what. This whole ordeal, I have never been alone through the whole thing. Yeah, and I don't mean just my church, my family and my church family. If I needed, someone to talk to, and I didn't want to talk to mom, and I didn't want to upset my church family, because those are people that I will see all the time. DeBarb, Lynn Noakes, Lynn Alt. I had friends that would drop anything for me in a heartbeat, and just listen, even if I didn't make sense, even if I was just rambling. They were just there, and they say it'll be okay, Karen. It'll be okay. We love you. You're good. We got you. And you have to be thankful for online things like that, because it's rare. But the crafting world does have them kind of people, and I've found even more in Lynn and KK and Ruby. Ruby's always Ruby has always been a sweetheart. She has always been a sweetheart. Bless her. She gets picked on a lot, but that woman's tough, and she's a sweetheart. And she's got a lot of love to give if you are her friend. And Angela is just as sweet. Angela's calmed down a lot, and I get to see the real Angela. I'm getting to know the real Angela, And I adore that Angela. I love that Angela. That Angela is gentle and she's kind and she's not bouncing off walls. And if you need a moment, she will gladly share that moment of her time with you. You know, our crafting world, it's a great place to be. And we need to keep it that way, guys. We need to keep each other strong and we need to invite more people in that are like-minded, and the ones that aren't like-minded, they can stay in their own little corner, you know, and make each other happy through their misery. But we need to stay strong and we need to stand with each other and be there for each other because there's a lot of people in here that are sick, you know, and there's a lot of people in here that are healing, and there's just people in here that just want to create art in their own way. So I didn't mean to take off rambling, but you know I can.
Okay.
Um, let me see. I choose to believe that there are more nice people than bad ones. Yes, Terry, I'm right there with you, sister. I'm right there with you. I believe that too. I believe that too. But I'm thankful for the ones that I am finding because I find it. I seem to find more and more. And you know, you hear that saying, you attract what you are, or you attract how you act, you attract what you do, you know, so maybe I'm finally doing something right, you know, and I'm finding awesome, great friends with the friends that I've already had for a couple of years, and the ones that have stuck with me and stuff and not run off because I'm not around and not run off because I'm not calling their name out in a live show, and stuff like that, you know. I appreciate all of you, you know, and I especially appreciate my lens because you and D-Barb, Moppy, um, and there's a couple others, but my mind can't grasp them, and I'm sorry, guys, but you know, you guys have been with me almost from the start, and I appreciate that. So I'm gonna go for now. I love y'all. I hope y'all have had a good Christmas and had a very safe New Year's. If I don't see you beforehand, okay? So let me get over here. Everybody take it easy, okay?